What's up, bitches? This is Spectral, and welcome back to another tier list. So today, this tier list will be a little bit of a short one. This is just coming off fresh. Last night, for the very first time, I completed 100% all of RE4 Mercenaries, the original. And I decided that, I was gonna rank the characters, not rank the stages, because, well, that'd be very goddamn easy, but I'm going to be ranking the characters. Even though there's just five of these characters, I figured I should just rank them anyways. But yeah, let's get right into it. This was not easy, by the way. This was just not easy at all. I forgot to do this. We're going to delete some rows right here. I like this mode. It really paved the way for modern Resident Evil Mercenaries, but, more have come and have done it a million times better. So, yeah. Leon. Leon. Okay. When you first start this shit, you only have Leon available, right? It leaves such a bad fucking taste in your mouth. And Leon's main problem is the developers back way then didn't decide to say, maybe we should give Leon like a grenade or something, couple grenades or something, because he's fucking bare bones. That's Leon's problem. He's not bad himself, but at the same time he is. Leon is fucking bare bones. And very early on, because in order to get the headcanon, which I posted a community post about, you had to, complete all the stages with every single character with 5 stars, which actually isn't hard at all. It's just very time consuming. Leon on Waterworld with those mad chainsaw bitches was really fucking annoying. It wasn't the hardest thing in the world like some people described it to be. Getting to 60,000 points just to get to 5 stars is actually pretty goddamn easy, if you think about it. But if they made it to like 80,000, yeah, that'd be something. But Leon, he's undercooked. I'm sorry. There is really no other reason to play as him other than just to get the headcanon. All the other characters are better. Okay. Let's rename this to Underpowered as fuck. What the fuck? Yeah, I do apologize about these ads. I don't know why the tier list site has like so many fucking ads and shit. So yeah, we shall see. Ada. I've had some thought about this as well. And by the way, I played on the PS4 version of this, not the PS2. I unlocked all the characters on the PS2 version. That was my main goal, but I wasn't about to do all 5 stars and get the headcanon on the PS2 version. Because let me tell you, first of all, 480i. Second of all, the joysticks of the PS2 controller can make you just miss your shots like fucking crazy, and I wasn't about to do that. When I played this on the PS4, ooh boy, it was something. I was hitting my shots left and right. So, and honestly, there's really no going back to the original PS2 version unless for nostalgia reasons, which I don't know about that. But again, back to Leon. They only give him a blacktail, and they only give him a riot gun. And not even that many shells with the riot gun, too. And it's just not enough. And honestly, it's just, I don't know, man. He wasn't that bad on Castle and Island and stuff like that, but on Village and on Waterworld, it was annoying. It was annoying, And not to mention, the village is by lands on my least favorite map, simply because the Chainsaw Sisters that they spawn in are so goddamn fucking tanky. They have the highest amount of HP out of any other enemy in Mercenaries. In RE4 Mercenaries, at least. It's ridiculous. Alright? And again, all the other characters are just better. Even with the ones that are more gimmicky than standard Leon here. Let's talk about Ada. Ada is in the same boat as Abby from Last of Us 2. In No Return. Alright? I do not like her as a character, but she is so much fun to play as. Now, Ada, nowhere near as much. Nowhere near as much. Okay? But Ada in the original RE4 Mercenaries, she's broken. She's actually beyond broken. Let me just tell you something real quick, okay? She comes with a Punisher pistol, right? Okay, comes with a Punisher pistol. Then she has a stockless TMP. Okay, that's pretty good. And then you decide to just break the fucking camel's back by giving her a semi-auto sniper, which is is literally the most accurate, one of the strongest weapons in the entire game, regardless of what form you're using it in. That thing is a headshot machine and can take down mini bosses like they're nothing. And even if they removed the Punisher from her inventory, she'd still be overpowered. Because once you start getting like lots and lots of ammo for the TMP and semi-auto sniper, it's pretty much, the Punisher is pretty much obsolete. And the Punisher is the pistol, if I'm correct, where you shoot it and it penetrates the enemies. I think that's the pistol. I'm sure it is, but I could be wrong. And honestly, I don't even think that remake Ada in Mercenaries is on par with the original. And I don't know, I don't know. I just feel like the remake versions of these characters in the Mercenaries aren't as strong. Maybe it's the way that the guns feel and the guns sound and how damage works in that game compared to the original. But I don't know. I feel like maybe with the exception of Krauser or something. I don't know. But let's move on. You already know Ada is overpowered as shit. And you already know. Wesker. Alright. This is considered to be the best character, but I'm gonna disagree. After replaying RE4 Mercenaries, I don't think Wesker is as good as everyone says it is. Sure, he's still great. He's better than Leon, I tell you that. But he's not like Masterpiece, okay? He doesn't have a knife. I wish he had a bigger inventory, honestly. He has a Magnum, he has a semi-auto sniper, he has another pistol that is pretty much a fully upgraded Silver Ghost. I got really nothing against this character, but, yeah, I don't know what to say. Again, he doesn't have a fucking knife, and I just think they're better characters than others, honestly. No, actually, he's actually one of the few versions in the remake. He is absolutely busted, and I'm just gonna say it. Remake Wesker is the strongest character in RE4 Remake Mercenaries. It's not even close. Okay, that is ridiculous how fucking stupid he is. The only thing he has any resemblance to is his thrust punch whenever you stun someone. That's an insta-kill, I think, but yeah. Wesker's great. Krauser. He's also great. I'm gonna say he's I don't know. That's kind of tied. The main thing that will get you killed in this game is the stiff-ass controls, which, granted, are better than the original tank controls. Fuck you, Eckrich down there. No one cares about your shit. But the main thing that will just get you killed is the no strafing in this game. There's no strafing. And even in Resident Evil 5, I don't understand why they never added strafing. There's nothing scary about me standing around like a fucking idiot, right? So, yeah. And plus, Krauser is not pinpoint accurate. And that's let's go back to Ada real quick. That's one of the things that makes Ada so goddamn overpowered is the TMP in the original was pinpoint accurate like a motherfucker, right? With or without stock, right? And so was the sniper, but with pistols, you know, you're constantly, you know, having recoil and shit like that, and the laser sight is gone, and you can sometimes miss your shots and all, yada 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 yada, right? But again, Krauser, I think he's great, very gimmicky, but he's still great. He has the best and coolest, in my opinion, melee attack in the game. And honestly, it's better to use that than his bow at certain stances, man. His bow can be hit or miss. Quite literally. Okay, you're going to be hitting a lot, but you're also going to be missing a lot. But again, I think Krauser's great. Hunk. The double H-U-N-K. Hunk is great. He's better than Krauser, I tell you that. But, he is, oh boy. When you play Hunk on Castle, or, Waterworld, that shit falls apart. Alright, and that's all I'm going to say. But Hunk, he's really good. Okay? Even if he only just has a TMP with a stock, he's still actually amazing. He thrives and shines in, what was it? Island and Village. And he's especially great in Village because he can, you know, he has the insta-kill neck snap attack, and you can do it with the Chainsaw Sisters, and that is so helpful. It really is. Also, not to mention, Krauser does have like a charge-up attack that happens over time. That's an insta-kill, so there's that. But yeah, the main challenge is with Waterworld and stuff, but, goddamn. Also, yes, I did update my iPad and stuff like that. I'm probably never doing that again because it did kind of scare me with a new iOS update, and I was thinking it was going to erase every single goddamn thing it had on here, so I don't know if I'm going to do that again, but Leon on Waterworld was a pain in the ass. Krauser on Waterworld wasn't too bad. Hunk on Waterworld was actually pretty damn clutch. I barely made it through that one. Wesker on Waterworld was fine, and Ada on Waterworld was a fucking cakewalk. It really just comes down to not the characters themselves, but how easily they can get to 5 stars with little problem on each stage. And to me, Ada, despite her not having the advantages of like Krauser and, you know, Wesker and Hunk on like the stages of Village, which is the hardest for her, she overall is still fucking amazing. But anyways, that is all I got for right now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Share with your friends if you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys another time. And we'll be doing RE4 Remake Mercenaries tier list eventually. Whenever I do my RE4 Remake playthrough, I don't know if I'm going to jump into Mercenaries. That might be a while. But I don't know. It might be a few months from now before we get to that tier list. But I don't know. We shall see. Twisms.